kiss a dude? Would you kiss a dude?
Nah.
Yeah, that's a clear line.
You gotta have boundaries, man.
So for sure, we won't kiss a dude.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Ever.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So how about dressing up as a chick? Tip the boundaries for humor, or whether it's just acting a little gay, just to land a joke in a comedy.
I think only because of what it's affiliated with. I think you're right as far as like, to land the joke. Let's say it was an independent film that we shot. You'd have to really describe to me, okay, why this is gonna work, why this is gonna land. So I'd have to draw the line at the dresses.
The dressing up in the dress is no different than putting on a vampire outfit, right? But to me, it's not. Yeah, okay, I'm in costume and this and that, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's more to it.
Because there's that movie, Tu Wong Fu, Wesley Snipes.
That Puerto Rican dude.
Leguizamo?
Yeah, John Leguizamo. It's Patrick Swayze.
Like that, I wouldn't do.
No, yeah, like John Cena.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. What the fuck is
I've
this?
never seen that.
He came out in the Grammys butt naked. Or like, what was the one with the Marlon Wayans?
Oh, White Chicks.
Yeah,
Man, rewatching that as an adult is like, yeah, they crossed the line. When Netflix had it on, I'm like, I used to love this movie. Nah.
I never watched it because it looked fucked up to me.
Yes, they look crazy, bro.
No, they do.
And then old boy Terry Crews, he's like falls in love with one of them.
And he not even tripping that he's a man, he's tripping that he's black. Cause he's like, you lied to me, you're not white. That's like, dude, I'm a man.
That's a good comedy joke.
Until it's not.
The Ruffled Feathers Podcast.
Jaime, welcome.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you in your face, man.
Oh, yeah, back-to-back days, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah, we hooped yesterday.
Yeah.
And we missed you, dog.
You're a hooper as well, man?
I wanted to come out there, bro, but what was it? My boy's birthday was the night before, and I had a little bit to drink, and like we was talking about, So I did y'all a favor not showing up.
Right, it was packed, so it wasn't even.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a good day to just get back into it.
We didn't even play on the same team.
And
then I ran two, and I just want to go to get a little back workout.
That's what I always say is bad about like adults with pickup games. It feels so weird being like, no, I'm next. No, you're cutting me. I'm next. Like, you know,
which was like that.
Yeah, it's like, man, I don't even want to be in the experience with that. Yeah, so I'm glad that I did stay home. Yeah.
I was not expecting that many people to be there, man. Like, I was thinking Super Bowl, like, people getting prepared, just.
I felt like it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because of Super Bowl. Yeah. That's why I went. I was like, dude, I'm going to eat bad. Like, let's go get it in, and then.
Well, we still gave it to some young kids, though, man. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we did what we did. I mean, pick and rolls.
Yeah.
And, well, only he and I, because the rest of our teammates were
I seen y'all, man.
Young kids like to just
shoot
ball hogs,
threes,
man.
man.
They don't use the screen. They don't know how to cut. They all say on that. And I blame Curry, but
everything's a foul too.
Right.
Yeah.
No contact, man.
No, you come there to set the screen. They're like, get out of my way.
Yeah. It's like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah, exactly. That one guy on my team's like waving them off. I'm like, bro, like.
The dude with the red shirt.
He
did that a couple times.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then he got mad at me when I didn't roll on the screen. I'm like, bro, you don't pass it, so why am I gonna roll?
Yeah.
But that's sports.
That's
man.
not here nor
I love it. Speaking of sports, the Super Bowl yesterday. Did y'all watch?
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
What did y'all think, man? Of the game itself.
I was happy to see them get whooped like that and look bad. That's just a selfish thing of mine, but. I don't know, man. I feel like it was in the best game for sure, but I don't know, man. The officials, I feel like they call some of the calls that they normally call on the Chiefs on the Eagles, right? I don't know if that was just me. It was like I saw one today where like his knee. It was before the touchdown. His knee was actually down, and they still called it a touchdown.
No. They
went back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when
they called it on the
the tush push. That's what they did right after that, right, to get the touchdown.
Yeah, because they called it a touchdown as the play happened, but then they reviewed it because every scoring play is reviewable.
Yeah.
It's probably just some Chiefs fans. Boo-hoo.
Big time, man.
Well, the first call was that pass interference.
Great call.
And I was just like, at first I was just like, nah, it's gonna start.
Yeah.
But it was
slow down. That's the same way.
Yeah, it was legal, and then they called it back on the Eagles. So I don't know.
I know they made a call after that one. What was it? Was it the hold? No, it wasn't the holding. But I thought it was like even, and then I feel like they stopped calling a lot of stuff as the game went on. They just kind of let them play.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was gonna beat down like that.
Right.
That was unexpected.
Well, it's like when I text you, I was like, that wasn't the game I wanted to see.
But I like it.
But that was what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because I said that with the Texans and all these other teams, if you're going to beat the Chiefs, you have to beat the Chiefs.
Correct.
It can't just be a close game.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you let the refs get it in and, you know, where they can be like, all right, well, we can kind of sway it if we just give them a call or two.
Yeah.
But the Eagles fucking
Yeah, they showed up, bro.
clapped
I
their
just
cheeks, bro.
love watching Kelsey on the sideline, mad as
Oh,
hell.
I'm so
dude.
mad, man.
Man, I don't keep up with sports like that, but like I watch the Super Bowls, maybe a playoff game, but to see how much his style has changed with the Como.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
like,
they hit the Southside fade
man,
to that.
yeah. So, yeah, that was crazy.
That's having a girl, dude.
That's Taylor Swift.
I know.
That's Taylor Swift.
That's what I'm saying.
She wants.
That's what she
On
wants.
the Texans game, you saw he had like a little hair flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I had long hair, it's just
Yeah,
natty.
it's just happening.
You should know. Little.
Yeah. It's freeing.
We were in a class the other day, a boxing class, and his ponytail came undone, and I said, man, I know that was when you were serious, bro. I saw another Pablo, man.
Yeah, dude, I was dying, bro.
Yeah.
That went on, because that's why I was like wobbling out there on Sunday, dude. Because Sunday morning I was sore to this whole left hip or right hip was on fire, man. But I was still pushing.
Yeah.
We're doing full court too.
Oh, jeez.
You were the only one making like things happen, man. 'Cause
I
that's what I was
was
telling.
trying,
That's what I was telling Bird. Because nobody else. I think they were just shooting threes.
Yeah, they were just shooting and missing.
Terribly.
Yeah, terribly. Yeah. I was like, all right, let me get in here. Nobody was getting in my way too, driving.
Nah.
Them young kids, man.
It took me a while to wake up.
Yeah.
Like
But it was
early
too
morning
late,
hoops on a Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I need to get out there more often though, man. It's fun.
It was pretty
Cardio.
fun.
Yeah. Well, we do that every day. Monday, Wednesday,
That's true.
Friday. We hoop.
Yeah.
It's just never that packed. You know.
No, and we haven't been playing full court in a while.
Yeah.
That's why I thought I would be good because we only played 4 games.
So what time do y'all start?
Like 9.
9, yeah.
9
I was
to
gonna say if I
10,
could make
30.
it, I get out at 10, but it'll probably be like 30 minutes before I could make it. But
Once
yeah, I'll
once
probably
you
be
leave and we go to full
once we're full time,
full freedom.
that'd be the sketch. You know, we could go work out and shit.
I need to, man. I need to get up there. I haven't done basketball in like maybe 2-3 years. Yeah, so.
Well, you guys box.
Yeah, we just started.
Just like a little class, you
Okay.
know. Like I've never really done anything like training or anything, but I enjoy it. You know, something
Nice.
new and it's challenging me, dude.
Yeah.
Where do you guys go?
Be fit.
Okay.
Shout out, be fit.
Yeah.
So I'm working there in the mornings, Monday through Friday.
Nice.
So it's on the weekends they do a boxing class.
Okay,
It's
so
free
yeah.
for members, you know. So it's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I've been looking for something like that, man, because I know they have one close to where I live. It's called a Paradigm, where they do MMA.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and boxing. So like,
See, that'd be fun.
yeah.
Yeah. What part of town you stay at?
I live in Stafford, so I live
okay,
I live
so
by
you're-
like right across from the fountains, like where the Pluckers and the Lazy Dog.
Mhm.
And all
Oh
that is.
yeah, okay, by
Yeah, I live-
59.
yeah.
Like closer to 59.
That's
yeah.
right, by the In-N-Out Burger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like right there.
Nice.
I've never been there, but I know it's right there, man.
Yeah.
I'm
It's not
I'm
bad.
loyal to Whataburger. That's my
Yeah.
thing, so.
I'm
That's
a
a
Whataburger.
Texas thing, baby. Yeah. Well, I quit eating fast food, but
Yeah.
when I did,
Yeah.
Whataburger, bro.
Whataburger was a religious ceremony
Yeah.
after a night of drinking and clubbing
Just-
and drunk dancing.
yeah. But yeah, man. So what were your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
Oh man, it was good to watch it, man. I liked it because the defense, like they came to show. They
Yeah.
came to
The
play.
defense was a good watch, man.
Like
yeah.
and like I said, I don't keep up with sports regularly, but I used to play football, and to see, like, it seemed to me that KC went in there like, we're entitled to this. This is just 3P. We're just gonna come in here and walk away. We've
Yeah, I
done this
see
so many
that.
times
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
That was what the impression I had of it. And then the Eagles, man, they just came to work, man. There was no cockiness or arrogance on the field, but man, action, bro. They were
True.
there. Those DBs were on everything. There was, because Boy was getting KC quarterback or whatever. He was getting pressured. You know what I'm saying? But there was moments in time where he had the opportunity to throw. He had the time in the pocket. But man, DBs just had it locked up.
I think what was crazy, what the announcers were saying, that they never blitzed either.
No,
I
they
didn't
didn't.
know that.
No,
When
yeah.
they said that, I was like, nah, hell nah. Yeah,
But that's how strong them boys were, and
Yes.
they made that comparison early on how what was the average weight of the
Of the O-line?
of the
D-line?
It was the D line or the O line? It's like 350.
Yeah, and the 6'6" height. Yeah, they're just huge, man.
Oh, yeah.
Make you feel like a child again.
Bro, I'm telling my wife, I'm like, they are 3 times my weight.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can. Those steps matter. Each
Yeah.
step is a movement, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was good football. The defense was immaculate, man.
I think the halftime show was the best ever that I've watched. You
Yeah.
know, I did the last halftime show that I liked was the Rihanna one. And then before that, nothing really stood out to me. Of course, Justin Timberlake, whatever. you know,
Jenny.
With the titty.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
the
was just
titty.
kind of lame for a while.
Yeah.
Bro, I
Yeah.
missed the titty.
Yeah.
I literally was like eating nachos.
Yeah.
And like, what happened?
Was that the one in Houston or no? No, right?
I don't know where that one was. I
don't remember.
I just know I was the same way. I was just a kid still, so I was like,
Yeah.
titties.
I think I was in 7th grade when that happened.
Yes,
think
I was
that's pretty
young.
Yeah,
It was all the family watching.
yeah.
But I didn't see it, and we didn't see it live, or like I didn't catch it live until later.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know. I'm 50-50 because I love hip hop, right? Like that's my thing.
Yeah,
but I feel like
Justin Timberlake. It was in Houston.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
okay.
So my thing about hip hop is it's a studio art because you have to hear lyrics, you have to like hear the bars to just appreciate them. But at any hip hop concert I've been to,
the worst.
it's the worst.
Yeah, it's
and
the
that's
worst
why I was just
experience.
my thing was like now visually, I brought a video of a guy dissecting the whole visuals of the concert, which I think that's something we can talk about.
Yeah.
But just in hip hop form of like appreciating the art, I just like even when because they had Snoop Dogg and 50 and M and on the West Coast.
Yeah.
What was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Before the
That's
Rihanna
the
one,
and
right?
everything, yeah.
And
It was
then the
last
same,
year. I thought it was last
or
year.
was it last year? It might have been.
I think Rihanna was 2 years ago.
Usher was last year, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
With the skate?
Yeah, sure right. You sure
That
right.
was pretty cool. That was pretty fly, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
But it's just the hip hop thing, like hip hop vocals. I don't feel like they're stadium type.
Right.
It's not stadium type art.
It sounded like he was performing it live, though.
It did.
Yeah.
Right?
The girl that was on there, I don't feel like she was singing.
SZA probably.
Zai.
not.
I feel like she was
probably
lip
not.
singing.
Well, usually in those type of situations, there's always going to be like a backup track because it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, because she dipped back and
Yeah.
the note never changed.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
lip singing.
They had me for I was just like, man, if yeah, seeing that,
because she probably runs out of breath too. That's gonna be a little complicated.
I was thinking she was an angel up there, man.
Yeah, because her
They had
voice is
Serena,
beautiful.
Yeah, if I
too.
could find a girl like that. Seeing Serena was hard because of the
Serena
whole
was
Drake.
dancing, right?
Because
Yeah.
also that backup beef with everything as well. So to see her out there crip walking and stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that was her when I saw her.
Man,
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
my friends,
No,
I
it
was
was
like,
her,
is that
dude.
Serena? Is that Serena? Because it was only 3 seconds, 5 seconds, like on TV.
She
you
looks
know?
slimmer though, right?
She
Or
was
is it
young,
just
too.
me?
She was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
My friend
no.
said that because he was like, no, that's too light skinned to be Serena. So I don't know what it was, but I just noticed her eyes. I guess you know.
Yeah,
what I'm
her
saying?
face
Yeah.
looked like her.
I got
And
on
they're- and they're all
Instagram and I
turning
saw her right away. I was
blonde.
like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, what's
yeah,
her?
she was blonde.
they're all blonde now,
Yeah.
like
Well,
Beyonce.
I think that's
like,
an older thing too. I think as you get like the women as they get older, they got to go blonde because the grays. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, could
So,
be.
Well, they definitely color.
Yeah.
But blonde's a weird color to choose.
Blonde's a really unique color. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, no, it was very, very well choreographed, man. It was nice. Yeah, man. I'm not look. I will say this: I might not be the biggest Kendrick fan, but I'm not a hater. You know what I mean? Like, I'll listen to some of his music, but if I had a party, yeah, I'd rather have Drake performing, man.
That's some real shit. If we were talking about party,
Yeah.
whose party's gonna be more lit? Drake's party or Kendrick's party?
I mean,
true.
that's a.
Now,
I
if
don't know,
we're about to
man.
go, ride on some fools, I ain't putting on.
We're gonna be singing on the way there.
Yeah. So they're different vibes,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with that.
and then obviously
Yeah.
Drake's an actor, so
Yeah.
his acting, like even Drake's harder stuff. I know he's acting, but it's still good. You know,
Yeah.
like. And then we see with actors today where their movies are hard, but then they have interviews and like, dude, these dudes are fucking soft. Like,
Yeah. Well, I believe he's a gangster actor,
For
gangster
sure.
rapper actor, But
Yeah.
I mean, I believe, and I think it's pretty obvious that he has ghostwriters and all that. So he created an image, which I mean, I can't really hate on that. He
Who's
has
that?
the look, Drake. If he has the look, and he really wanted it to be a rapper, so he pretty much just paid his way up.
They say the same thing about Pac though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is which is new information. Because had you told me this 5 years ago, I would have been like, man, Pac's the most realist.
But about
artist.
ghostwriting?
About making a persona.
Yeah. No, I don't think he was as tough as he was. I mean, he probably would have been down for it, but I think he was his own. He wrote his own lyrics.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about persona and putting
like
out
thug life and all that.
I saw an interview like before, like he got like big and like it was like a complete different person.
The
I was
Zesty
like,
Pac, right?
No, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, it was, and I was like, wait, is this real? I was like, nah, this has got to be some AI shit, but no, it was him.
Yeah,
And I was just
he's
oh.
like flamboyant.
Yeah,
and, like,
It's like I give everybody a puppy. You know?
Yes. Now my question is, was that a real interview or was that him? Like when you act, you have to do like a.
Oh, like a mock.
Right, like an audition. There he goes.
Yeah.
And maybe he was auditioning for a part where he had to be
yeah.
a soft
Nah,
dude.
but I mean, he was like that because you see his younger stuff too. When he was like
Yeah.
in high school and stuff, he was real flamboyant, you know. But I mean, he went to Juilliard,
yeah.
and all that. I mean,
which is
Jada Pinkett like Will Smith too. You know
yeah.
Hey, that's saying something.
Well, and this is somebody who was thinking about doing acting as a youth. My acting teacher in middle school, she was like, come to the plays and stuff and check everything out. And I was about to go to HSPVA, which is performing arts school. Yeah. And okay, everything I saw was zesty. Everything I saw was soft, and I was just like, this doesn't feel like me. Like I don't.
It turns
like
you off
like the
to
first
it.
play I went to go see that my one of my teacher's sons was in. He was full on makeup, like dressed as a 6-year-old, and he was probably like 12 at the time, and
It's too much.
I couldn't I was like I like acting, but if that was for me, if that's what acting meant, it's just it's
you
not
gotta
for
sell
me.
out.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like that. I was just like, nah, I'm good.
No, I mean, I think it's good to have boundaries, and have that line, like, nah, because a lot of them they want to like humiliate them with the dressing up as a girl and stuff like that, putting on a dress, and it's like it's been proven that it's kind of like a step, what do you call it, like a coming
ritual.
to like kind of like saying, all right, now you one of us type stuff, but
which is hard to, because like for humor, I feel it would be natural to have a role like, all right, dude, you're gonna be a girl right now, because it'd just be funny, like
be like goofy or whatever. But
right, like the one we did for the little short where you're wearing a dress to show your thigh.
Yeah.
Because it was a role of a woman, but he didn't wear a dress.
I just put something that looked like a skirt.
We'll B-roll it right now. So what do you want to get done today?
Big black cucumber.
So where you want to put that? But no, but it was just one of those funny things where like we will tip the boundaries for humor. At least I would. Or whether it's just acting a little gay for a role just to land a joke.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff is just like what would you be? What was something you've seen an actor do that you're like, kiss a dude? Would you kiss a dude?
Nah.
Yeah, that's a clear line.
That's what they say, like, and that's how like in that line of work, you don't have to see it like that. It's you're being professional. Art. It's just art, but like I don't know, man. That's just
That's
some
a line
people
you
like
won't
to
toe.
do that. Some people don't. Like that's just
Yeah.
You gotta have boundaries, man, and I think that's definitely a hard one, dude.
All right, so for sure we won't kiss a dude
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna.
ever.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, shit, there's plenty of actors who've never had a movie where they've had to do that. So it's like, yeah. Like
So how about dressing up as a chick
I don't think I
in a comedy?
I think only because of what's been portrayed, like, what it's affiliated with. Like, I think you're right. What you're saying is complete sense as far as like, to land the joke and, and maybe, I would even say, let's say it was an independent film that we shot. I can get, like, I have the most, you'd have to really describe to me, okay, why this is going to work, why this is going to land. But, but as far as like anything to do with like those realms, like, I don't think I could, only because that, hey, this is just how y'all view it as, like, so just the whole symbolism behind it. So I think that'd be the only thing for me, So I'd have to draw the line at the dress as well. Because, Denzel ain't never been in a dress dress. Denzel's hard, but
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
say
Oh, no, not Denzel.
they'll say Denzel's not an actor though, because Denzel is just
It's just
Denzel.
himself.
Yeah,
Denzel in every movie, right?
Yeah,
You're in the
straight
1950s.
G,
You're
bro.
still Denzel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Have you ever heard it or seen any of his interviews? Like, he's actually pretty excited about what he does. Like, he could tell he loves what he does. You know,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't expect him to be that excited. You
Yeah.
just expect him to be such a G. But it was good to see that light. You know, him in that light. But so okay, the dressing up in a dress is no different than like putting on a vampire outfit or like right. But to me, it's not. You know, I feel like, okay, I'm in costume and this and that, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's more to it, you know, because it's like...
Because there was that movie, Tu Wong Fu.
with...
It's a long title.
Yeah, it was...
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
White Man Can't Jump.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
And that Puerto Rican dude. What's his name?
Leguizamo?
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
He
Yeah.
Oh, that makes so much
That was
sense
him,
now.
right?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Tu Wong Fu.
I've never seen that movie.
It's from the late 90s, I think, but where they all like kind of cross-dress. But it was like a
And
comedy.
I remember I was very uncomfortable
rom-com,
watching that shit.
or not a rom-com, it was
So like, look.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, it's Patrick Swayze, yeah.
Oh, Swayze's
Patrick
Oh,
Swayze,
the
yeah.
Sways.
But look at him.
That's
I mean,
weird to
like...
see.
That dude looks like a Latina, you know?
Like that, I wouldn't do.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
No, because they
crazy.
act way flamboyant, and they're like, you know, or like, what was the one with the Marlon Wayans and?
White
chicks.
girls,
Yeah.
white chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rewatching that as an adult is like, yeah, they crossed the
Yeah,
line.
bro, that was rough, bro.
As
I
a
never
kid,
watched
it was
it.
funny. When you're like a kid, you don't really know about masculinity and shit.
Yeah.
It was funny back then, but man, I watched it as an adult. Like, man, maybe 2-3 months ago, Netflix had it on. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I used to love this movie. Nah,
I never watched it because it looked fucked up to me.
Yes, they look crazy, bro.
No, they do, man.
Yeah.
Y'all watched it all?
It's a
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
way, but it's
I
a
watched it,
hilarious
like, when it
movie,
came
though,
out.
man.
yeah, when it came out,
Yeah, but nah, dude, that was disturbing. And then, oh boy, Terry Crews, he's all flamboyant on that too.
yeah.
Oh,
He's
no shit.
he's like falls in love with one of them.
And
Yeah.
then he not even tripping that he's a man at the end. He's tripping that he's black. 'Cause he's like, you lied to me. You're not white. Yeah.
yeah.
See,
He's
that's
like, dude, I'm a man. Like, you know.
that's a good
Limited.
comedy joke.
Yeah.
But again, if it's
Until it's not.
if it's like a quick scene, okay,
Yeah.
good comedy.
Yeah.
But
that's
they're
the
they're
basis.
playing out the whole movie like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like John
weird.
Cena, they did him wrong. He dressed up like Britney Spears in the what do you call it, with the little ponytails on the side, and the skirt, the schoolboy,
That's
What did
crazy.
he do
or the
that
schoolgirl.
Yeah, what was that
Let
on?
me see. Let me
What,
see.
SNL or something?
No, I think it was the whole movie.
That's
John Cena.
crazy.
So do y'all see it the same way? Like, so I guess what you're saying is it doesn't matter what the I mean, I guess context matters to a certain extent, but like it doesn't matter if it's like a comedy or just like a regular movie. Like, for example, let's say you were part of like a Dave Chappelle type of situation. Would it be the same thing?
See, I think so, because even then, like Dave, I mean, so specifically with his name, like he was the first one to be like, hey, this is what, as far as in that mainstream realm, hey, this is what's wrong with it. But it's just like, okay, you know, your dad might have a red bandana when he goes to work or whatever out here in Texas.
Yeah.
Like my dad would have a red bandana, wipe away sweat. That's different when you're in LA, or that's different when you're in New York or whatever, right? So it's just like, okay, this is the interpretation of like this realm of people.
Yeah.
So that I just can't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though to me,
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. Pablo, can you check oh shit.
Look at this.
Oh my god, what the fuck
I've
is
never
this?
seen that before.
Bro,
What?
and they did him wrong. And then remember he came out in the Grammys or something, butt naked. He was
I
just
did
like
hear
grabbing
that.
his shit.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Bro,
Yeah.
that
What was
was
that
just-
about? Like,
I
that's,
think it was this initiation, bro. You see him in all kinds of movies now.
yeah.
Is that why they put the warning there? Because his nuts are hitting the floor?
Probably.
Jesus.
I don't even know
It
what
looked like
the
melted
name
gum.
Yeah.
is. But I don't even know what
You had
the
to
name of
peel
the
him
movie
off
is,
to
but
stand up.
We'll put it on the thing. But
like, you know, I just realized like Key and Peele, they do a lot of stuff
They're
like
super
that.
gay, bro.
Yeah, they
but
do a
that
lot
was
of
who
stuff like
replaced
that.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's
Like, you
true.
know what I'm saying?
And
So,
on Comedy Central
Yeah,
too, right?
uh-huh,
Yeah, so
So,
what was it?
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh yeah.
What company produced that movie? Because
that was Disney, right?
Dave Chappelle said he's never gone drag or dressed as a female.
And he did it on
But
air.
he did in this
Yeah.
movie.
Okay, where you have to show me, because I remember he was the blind guy in here, right?
No, not
Oh,
him.
no, he was-
No.
No, the other guy was blind.
It's
Yeah,
a
that's-
good movie. Just FYI, this is one of my
man,
favorite
it's
movies.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Look at him. I mean, that's a dress.
That's a
Yeah,
dress.
it
That's a
was.
wig.
That
he's
is.
He's wearing coconuts.
That is. Dang. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
That was a good movie though.
This is a good movie.
What's it called?
But maybe because
Robin Hood
that
Men in Tights.
maybe
It's
because
funny,
that was
bro.
that little like how you said that slide in because it is true comedy, you know. And who was the producer of that? Was it Disney?
No, it's what's his name?
I love the movie.
Yeah, the movie was really good.
Mel Brooks.
Oh, it's Mel Brooks?
Yeah.
So he's probably part of a big
So it's
produced by Mel Brooks, story by Even Chappelle, edited by, distributed by 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Century
Okay.
Fox, okay.
yeah. Makes sense.
So that's a big
That's a big one.
that's a big one.
But talking about Robin Hood, have y'all seen the new one on Netflix with Jamie Foxx? Actually, bro, it's hard. It's actually very well put together, and the storyline it goes back into the time of the Crusaders. So it's pretty. Dude, I recommend it.
Yeah.
It's a good watch.
Okay. Is Jamie Foxx Robin Hood?
No, so he's Little John actually.
Okay.
But it's a orthodox version of
It's
Robin
just a
Hood,
complete
dude.
like
Yeah.
change of the script.
Because like he's a lord, right? Like back in British or whatever, he's like an actual lord. Like he has money, and he gets drafted, bro. He falls in love with this chick, baddie, and then he gets drafted, of course, right? And then they give him out as dead. They say he's dead, but dude survived and he came back, and then they're all like, oh shit, dude, you gotta watch it, otherwise I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, bro. I promise you enjoy
Okay.
it.
I know you were right with American Primeval. He put me on that American Primeval.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick.
They're like a Western
Oh.
show on
Yeah,
Netflix. I
bro.
saw them watch it at the barbershop recently, and I
Bro.
was like, "What is
Stars,
that?"
bro?
I saw the just a picture of it. It looked cool, but
Yeah.
it's on my list.
Good
Yeah, I
stuff.
might get a red feather tatted, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
My red feather?
Red Feather, yeah.
It's the Native Americans in it too,
Yeah,
right?
It's like the Mormons, the natives, the what else?
What is that? The United
American
States government had just gotten like their army and stuff, so they're like, what do they call it? Like everybody's trying to fight for land. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like 4 different sects of people because there's also like the Native Americans who like want to fight, and then there's the Native Americans who are from the same tribe. They're like, nah, bro, we'll just be peaceful type shit, we'll let it pass. Like, so you just get so many different perspectives
And
that's
layers,
just, yeah, bro. Like, I think you'll love it, man.
Well,
Yeah.
that's I mean, it already sounds like it because that's what I feel like today is like people don't realize every situation is different for. No matter if you're all the same skin color, your circumstances are always different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So nobody's story is the same as your tribe.
Yeah. And the time of age too. It happened, It's
Well,
so
I'm
crazy.
bringing that into present time.
Yeah.
Because like we're seeing it with the immigration shit, where everyone's like, oh, we're all Latinos or we're all Mexicans or all this and that, and our people and this. And it's like, bro, like everyone has a different story of what that means.
Yeah.
Like we're all, I'm Mexican native.
Mexican American, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. Tejano,
Same.
yeah.
I'm Mexican born.
He's Mexican born.
Yeah.
My dad's Mexican born.
I'm a migrant,
My mom's Texas native, but Mexican roots. So we all have a different story. Like his plight is different from my plight.
Yeah.
Half of my parents came here and did it legally. One was already here legal. I don't know what's your situation with
Both
your
my
parents.
parents, they both came from Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah, they came back, I guess, around like the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got lucky that they were blanketed by the whole the reform with the what is it called, the amnesty that happened, right? So they got lucky with that.
and see, but it's like these are like protocols, right? Or like things that were meant for that, and people benefited from it, know. And it was different time.
Yeah.
It's like luckily for me, I didn't have too much say in it, but they fixed my papers. My parents applied,
Worked on
and
it, yeah.
he called for me, and all that. But it took a process, dude. I think it took me like 10 years to become a permanent resident,
Gotcha.
Now I'm 20 years a permanent resident. I'm just about to become a citizen,
That's
But
cool.
I'm not saying, oh, I did it right. Everybody should do it right. I mean, I get the sentimental part of people saying like, oh, it's not right. This man's whether he's a good person or not, a hardworking person or not. Being here illegal is illegal, bro. No other country in the world will allow that, and that's what the argument is, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, I have a moral compass and I have a moral heart and a moral mind, and yeah, of course, I want Jose that's been criminal free or crime free, fed his people here and in Mexico. He should stay, but.
Yeah.
but I can't be mad at the laws.
Correct.
At the process that's it's in this country.
But to fight it the way that they're fighting it, or protesting it the way that they're protesting it, me personally, I think is wrong, and it's making us look bad, and it's setting us back. Because I feel like Mexicans have gotten a better name now. You know, like you see more Mexicans with business and stuff, and I mean, granted, you never see a Mexican-owned business. You just see a business, and it's just a Mexican, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, now today it's like, okay, I feel, this is my personal opinion, that these people are protesting on the enemy's agenda, right? So they're like creating all this static, they're creating all this noise, so that people can protest and then create that division, more division, and then possible go to martial law, because
and start to dislike us.
Right, exactly, because now we're gonna be all labeled the same. They're gonna be like, oh, well, he's Mexican, he was probably at the protest, you know.
Yeah.
But the fact is, man, like, these people don't realize that. Like, man, like, take a step back, look around, and it's like, dude, there was a protest in 2006 that they did that, and it was the same thing, except they're all waving American flags.
That's.
So, you know, we're in America, bro. I mean, it's like, it's just, what's logical is logical, and when what's right is right, you know? Like, I think that shouldn't even be a topic of discussion.
Yeah.
But it's the emotional reaction and responses from the people who don't agree with. We're just talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the problem, because like they don't want to listen to logical reasoning. They don't want to listen to like, hey, but look, I understand how you feel, but like laws are laws, like he was saying, right? And what they do is they just want to cut the conversation out. Like, you know what? I'm done talking about this.
Yes.
Like, you know, like.
Yeah.
We've experienced
facts.
it.
Yeah. When logic meets emotion.
Right. What do you do? That, and to me, like that's almost the biggest difference of a male and female, right?
Yeah.
It's just like we need emotions, right? Like we need to feel when someone hurts themselves, like, man, they need help. But at the same time, we can't pick that person up when the fucking 10 werewolves are coming at you. Like then we're all going down. Sometimes like.
But it's also, you have the opportunity, bro. You hear of people been here for 25 years, 30 years. To me, that tells me you have plenty of time to at least attempt to do something, you know? And I mean, call me an asshole, call me fucked up, but I think it's a factual, you know, thing.
It's a fact.
Like, like, I mean.
Why didn't you try harder?
Yeah, like, for instance, you know, in full transparency, I allowed my permanent residency to expire on my own accord. Yeah. I fucked myself up. I did that to myself, you know, but now I did the steps to get it, and now I got the letter back saying I got approved. Now I just got to wait for the process to happen, right? So it's like, I don't want to sit here and parade that around and be like, hey, look, you know, like, you know, it feels good to me because it's like, man, it's a big step, but it's like also like, I'm fully accountable and fully responsible for my fuck up and for my negligence, you know?
Yeah.
And these people just refuse to hold themselves accountable, man, or even to think like, man, like, you might be right.
Yeah.
And that's why they go to that, I don't want to talk about it no more.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and it's crazy because you're talking about how everyone's like path and everyone's like experience is different. I know like there's a lot of people mad. Like I can focus in on one particular group, right? Like Venezuelans. They're mad that they got rid of the whole the temporary I guess the asylum situation, right?
Temporary
and, like,
visas and all that.
That's right. And like they're really upset about that. But I'm like, look, aside from like, you know, I guess Cubans, like nobody else gets that kind of treatment. You know, everyone that comes here illegally, they're here illegally. So like, you're upset because you know, you got this like benefit that nobody else was getting, and now it's like, oh man, it's like this huge tragedy. I'm like, no, like everyone else goes through this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's tough. It's definitely tough, man. But I mean,
it's on their leaders, and this is what people don't bring up in these conversations. Like, why are there a ton of Mexicans protesting America instead of protesting Mexico?
Yeah.
Like, the fuck up that you are here in the first place is because our home country doesn't know how to lead without corruption.
Yeah.
So now you're coming over here trying to take all what this country tries to offer and to just, you know, take it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. And this is why my old man, who's from Mexico but loves this country, we still have our heritage and our culture, right?
Absolutely.
And we're never going to forget that. We still speak the language, but we understand what this country offers, and what these people don't realize is like they have this allegiance to a country they have left because it doesn't care about them. In the sense of, let's create opportunity for you guys. Let's end the corruption.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads to where we're at today, where we're trying to outroot the corruption, and these same people are saying stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has too much power.
Yeah.
We don't care where the spending's going. He's doing it too freely. And it's like, are y'all fucking even trying to think?
Yeah.
And that's why I get pissed off in these days, because we see these things that are just so blatantly obvious. Like, these people in government are there for 40 years, 50 years. Yeah. Like California, for example. All these state reps, senators, been there. Nancy Pelosi, Gavin Newsom, pick your favorite senator, Kamala Harris. Been there this whole time, and yet this country or that state, people are leaving it by the busloads. Mm-hmm. Wildfires are happening.
Yeah.
It's not because of climate change. There's people telling you, like, hey, clean up the forest floor. Mm-hmm. You know, that shit lights up, kindling. Like, that shit lights up like that.
I mean, it's literally firewood.
Yeah. How about you fill up these reservoirs that are created to combat the fires? No. How about the fire hydrants? No. It's too much spending. How about homelessness? We're gonna chunk all this money into homelessness, yet they have the most homelessness.
Yeah.
Like, people are not putting the simple blocks together that A plus B equals C, and they just want to bring in the emotion again.
It's the emotional, bro. That's where the people go. That's where their limited mentality goes. Because if you attack the emotional and they can't think rationally or critically, then that's where they're gonna stop. That's where they're gonna tap out. So emotional, dude. That's it.
That's the root, right?
That's the root, yeah.
But these people in power understand that. That's why they exploit it, right?
Because, like, certain people are talking about, my only concern is the families being separated, right? But, man, they can't even keep their own family intact, bro.
Yeah.
That's what throws me off, because it's like, so now you have something to stand up for. But it's like, at what cost, And like you can't look at yourself and be like, where can I work on myself to make this better, right? Because like you get the cliche saying, or the what do you call it, where people say, if you want to change the world, be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
I think that's powerful, bro. Honestly,
Right.
And I take that to heart, and I put that into practice every day, because it's like, man, I'm never gonna be perfect, but I know that if I work a little bit on it every day, at least the effort is worth it, right? So imagine if we can get our people to do this, man, because it's like, to going back to the immigration, like, what does protesting and saying Viva Mexico and waving the Mexican flag have to do in today's day and age in Texas, in California, Like, somebody make it make sense to me.
Well, like, my father, he's from Texas, like when Texas crossed, whatever it was. So
when
like,
Texas was purchased from Mexico.
Right, correct. So his
was part of
family
it.
has like a real heritage in Texas. Or
Same as
whatever.
my mom. So.
Right. So
Yeah.
like, I know that he raised us, and this was just based off of his own childhood and trying to assimilate and be a great American. And I'm not saying this is right for everybody, but it was just like, I feel like it was a cultural thing in his time to make you as Americanized as possible, to make your children as Americanized, look the part, the haircut, everything, not wearing feathers in your hair, nothing weird, like no Mexico flag at our house, no Mexico flag as a drape or anything like that. It's, be American, this is where you're from, like, so we were raised to not speak Spanish by him in order to be able to, be regular, as regular as you could. And I don't say that that's right at all, but I do admire him for that, for being like, hey, like, I'm a patriot. Like, this is where we're from, and I want to be a part of this thing that's going on right now.
Experiment.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because these are the people who are achieving things, and if that's what we have to look and act like, that's what we're going to look and act like for the time being. But, in private, this is who you are. This is who you come from. This is your family. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, we have to go out here and like, everyone has to respect your culture and everything like that. It's just like, if it's approached to you, if someone does hit you with a racial slur or whatever, okay, yeah, we'll fight immediately. Like, that's on. But like, we're not out here raising flags and stuff in order to bring that to us. Because I feel like, again, I'm only half Hispanic, but like, even my aunts on that side who are full, it wasn't a thing of like, oh, I'm Mexican and I'm proud, I'm going to throw it in your faces if I'm better than you. It's a quiet flex. It's like, hey, I'm Mexican, I know what I got, I know who I am, where I'm from.
That's right.
Everything else is cool. Like, you don't have to say shit, you know what I'm saying? So that was my experience with it. But to kind of see how, like you're saying, it's a whole different experience if people are on 59, because we're here in Houston, that's where the protest was, waving American flags, like we want to be here, like, we love America,
Right.
America's the best. It's a totally different experience on how we digest that. As people who are here, people who
Are sympathetic.
Yes,
and
sympathetic.
want to care.
I mean, dude, that's exactly what that is right there, dude. These people were going through similar things. But they were saying, we want to be here, but they were waving American flags, and they were all Mexican.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like, where did we go wrong? Because
Yeah.
it's like, I agree with what your dad did, because it's like, okay, you leave another country because you want to experience a new culture. You want to be part of that culture, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, even more though, here the promise is opportunity.
Right.
The promise is freedom. The promise is be whatever the fuck you want. You want to start your own business? This is the place to do it. You want to work for IBM and be in computer software?
Yeah.
You can
You
do it
get
here.
the-
You
you
want to
get
get
the
into
given chance,
healthcare? Do it here. You want to just go to college? This is the spot, because we had the best schools. But I think where it went wrong is they started teaching everyone how bad our history is, as this is who we are. When people don't realize every country's history has fucked its own people.
Right.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow,
Yeah.
another country's coming and fucking taking everything.
Yeah.
Mission, man.
And it's not just exclusive to the United States. And this is what pisses me off about these people. Is just like, and this is where they bring the emotion again. Is just like, oh, this country is all about color. It's all about slavery. They've always hated black people.
Yeah.
They've always hated minorities. This is, and then, but if you paint that picture and that lens in people, it's hard to get out of that.
And especially because a lot of these people who are doing all this shit on all of the ethnic sides of it, so not just the Hispanics, but all of it is like, you're probably fucking broke. Because if you were making money, the world is good. But you're fucking broke and just happen to be brown,
And
happen to
sad
be black
and
or whatever.
miserable. Yeah.
And now it's like, everybody's racist. But like, we wasn't saying everybody was racist when Obama was president or when Mayor Lee Brown was mayor for a few years out here.
Clinton,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
reported mass deportations too, bro.
Because I mean, I'm sure there's a struggle with all of his ascension. Obama probably had his racist struggles for ascension. He did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lee Brown, he did it. Like, all these other people, actors in any stratosphere you want to,
Sports,
sports,
everything.
anything, bro.
Actors,
like the plants, you go out to the most racist town in Texas, you go to like Beaumont, Vidor, and all that type of stuff. There's still black people working in the petrochemical, field. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I know that it's probably there. I know it's probably still intrinsic with a lot of people, but I don't think that it's hindering anybody from like, manipulating your own future in a good way. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be around racist people, there's a neighborhood for you, probably, wherever that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can move yourself, but
it's already proven statistically too. Like, if you grow up in a middle class upbringing, you're gonna continue generationally stay middle class.
Yeah.
Which means, if your family makes $100,000 a year and always lives all right, everybody has lunch, everybody's fed, everybody has clothes, that lineage will continue. Yeah. Same thing if you're rich, that actually can go both ways. Like, y'all can lose wealth because, sometimes the parents don't teach how that wealth was created.
Right. Yeah.
But at the bottom side, it's same thing. If you stay poor, it's going to continue to stay poor. And it doesn't matter what color you are. But what the contributing factor always is a two-parent system. So if you have the two-parent system, your lineage goes higher, or at least stays, the same. And I think that's what we see in like you're talking about poor people. It's like what happens in the poor communities is just like they're taught, food stamps are life, right?
Food stamps are part of your income,
right. The checks, the monthly checks, the yearly checks off of taxes and stuff. That's income.
Yeah.
Right?
Child support.
That's child support. And then we knew from getting our kids into school, they're telling us like, nah, don't say you're married, because you won't get all these these extra help.
Yeah.
So and then how much you make?
Bro.
No, you know what? Say you make a little less. Because that's how we're going to get these more programs for the school. Yeah. Like the free lunch or the free breakfast and all that shit. So it's set up to say, don't do better.
Be a victim.
Be a victim.
Yeah.
Stay the course, and you'll get these handouts all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And what does that teach you?
Yeah, to be a victim.
To be a victim.
Or lack of accountability.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly it
Uh-huh.
too, dude. Like that is one of the major things, like lack of accountability, because a lot of people don't like to to hear their truth,
Yeah.
like and be in their position that they're in, dude. I mean, it wasn't until I accepted that I was there until I was able to move forward, you know. And I'm still not where I want to be, but I try to get myself around people that are better than me or that have better knowledge and understanding, so that I can attract that, you know, because we are magnets and we are, like you said. I mean, you become with who you hang out, out with. You
and
know,
I agree 100% with that, man. Because like I'm not where I want to be in life. Like there's so many things that I still need to accomplish. But like I tell you what, like the main thing is I don't blame anyone for anything that's ever happened. Your decisions are yours.
Yeah.
Now, you know, people say, well, you know, there's influences, you know, things that have happened like in your past that have led to where you're at. Yeah, 100%. But like anything negative that you've done, you made that decision. You know what I mean? So like it's not about being a victim or like the system's set up against me. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, look, the country is a lot better than it was 100, 150 years ago. Like there's no way that it's not. Yeah, is there still is there still racism? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that like we're not in a position where, like you said, it's America. It's the land of the free. It's the place for opportunity. So like if you work hard, there's a pretty good chance that good things are going to happen, right? Yeah. So I mean you got to take accountability over what you do. You know, you have to.
And then the racism part. Like I've been called wetback. I don't know, a bunch. But every time I heard it, I laughed. I was just like, really, bro? You're gonna hit me with that? Like that's what you had to hit me with
that's
to
where
make your
that's where
that's your best
fails, bro.
Right.
No.
And but other people here, they're like, oh my God, like
they get
that
so
just,
offended.
That just changes their life, and it's a fucking word.
My dad's back got wet.
Right. Like yeah, you did. And look where I'm at.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, I think like you gotta accept that. You gotta accept the racism, you know, because it's like, dude, like, you know, we know a couple of black dudes at the gym that are very successful, bro, and I've never heard them once use the victim card or even their skin color, you know. And I mean, to me, bro, that speaks numbers, right? Because it's like, again, dude, I've never said I mean, yes, I guess I am a Mexican American, right? But I've never labeled myself as that, right? I'm just a human, or I have the same opportunity that the next guy does, right? That's what I feel, like whether it's true or not. But I've gotten called names too, but I've never let that get to me, dude. And I mean, I can't say that I've never played a victim, because there was a time where I was just kind of like, man, you know, I got treated poorly by my parents, or I got you know, left out, or stuff like that. You know, I mean, this is like a childish mentality. But until you leave behind childish things, you grow up to be a man. And when you become a man, you're like, I'm in this situation because I made a bad decision 5 years ago. You know, and I mean, dude, like that is so freeing and enlightening. Because then you know what to do, because they do hard work. Like, I mean, you see the guys who are immigrants and bust for $15 an hour for 20 years and got their badass truck, got their little business on the corner, and still sending money to Mexico, bro. There's no excuses, bro. I know a mother that I went to school with of 5 kids that when her kids were little, dude, she was taking the bus to 3 jobs. So come on, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? That's hustle. That's just knowing this is what I have to do, so I'm going to do it. No matter what, I've got a flu, I'm taking the bus. 3 buses to go to my
Nobody's
second
gonna
job.
help me. I gotta help myself.
And other kids graduated from college. The other ones are like about to graduate from college, you know? I mean, she might have had a little help, but not the help she needed. But she did it all herself, and she took accountability. And that right there is where it's at. I mean, that's proof. That's hard, cold proof that it is possible, and anybody can do it. It's what you accept.
What's worse, again, because it goes back to the victim mentality, is we see these talking heads on MSNBC, ABC. I promise you, everybody you see on there who's of color, even white, they make over 6 figures easy. Probably 7 figures. Most likely 7 figures. But these same people are perpetuating the victimhood mentality of, and they're so hypocritical, because how are they on TV?
4-year degree from a great college.
Right. How are they on TV telling
complaining about groceries?
Right. How bad it is.
But
the poor people, the middle class people, the upper middle class people are hearing them like, yeah, you're right. We are getting fucked over. We don't know. Yeah, man, they are against us, and yet they're being told by millionaires how bad it is for them. Like the disconnect is real.
It's a weak-minded.
When that's what we're doing here at Ruffled Feathers, man. We're trying to wake y'all up, because goddamn, it's annoying.
It is, though. It is, because especially when people you care about, you know, like it's hard for me to see somebody that I grew up with, 20, 30 years plus, you know, and fall for the propaganda. That's the main thing, the propaganda, bro, because propaganda is evil. It's designed and developed to mislead you and misguide you and to arouse those emotions, right? To bring those emotions up so that you can be confused, aroused.
Sorry, you said it.
That'll be a great tip in aroused.
Is this a segue to a different concept?
Yeah.
So
Now we want
Diddy.
to talk about
we going back. Jerry's ready for his neutral.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Let's get the boss
Don't get
tapping.
me started.
But you know what I'm saying?
No,
man?
yeah, you're right,
It's
but-
people we care about that's because it's like that's what gets me emotional. You
That-
know,
same.
like family members, close friends that decide to go for the low level energy or frequencies. You know, that accept that in
The
their life.
misinformation, the
Yeah.
propaganda, the disinformation, the emotional, tugging
The
of your heart.
fear-mongering.
Because back to the immigration stuff, what pisses me off since the early 2000s, I always watched. There was a show called Border Wars,
Okay.
and it was the Texas border, and sometimes it was the Canadian border, any border of the U.S. And it was just pretty much they were going with these immigration officers, and then just seeing what they saw day to day. And what you saw day to day was fucking sad. Whether it was kids coming here by themselves, and they're finding dead bodies who didn't make it, dead in the river, finding fucking drugs, finding all kinds of ugly shit. And so from that moment on, I was just like, dude, like, it's not easy to come here. 1, 2, there's more to the story than just they're coming over here for a free life. 3, the human smuggling. They had a story on how all these kids were getting brought over by coyotes, and they were given money at Mexico. They were given, numbers of people to contact here to bring them back to their family.
That's right.
But as soon as they crossed, they were
yeah.
not giving those family members numbers. They were sold off.
Yeah. Nah,
Whether it was
bro.
sex trading, whether it's human trafficking, whether it's labor trading.
Dude, they use them as mules too. There was this one story I read. This was a while back, dude, but it was in the border. This guy caught mom and a dad in a car, right? And the baby was in the back sleeping. And they were like, I need you to wake the baby up. Dude, the baby was dead, cut up with drugs inside of him, bro.
Oh.
And the cop was like, dude, I couldn't do that anymore. So after I saw that shit, like, I had to quit. I'll see if I could find that story, dude. But it's pretty intense, bro. Cause it was their own kid too. Like, think about it. If they give you $100,000, like, man,
Yeah.
that's cold,
I
bro.
bet you
Right?
don't even know 100K, dude. There's no
But I
way.
mean, but it's like these people to these people 100K
Yeah.
is like, oh shit, I made
It's
it.
life changing.
But how fucked up do you have to be
Yeah.
to murder your kid and fill him full of drugs,
Well,
bro?
and that
And this
goes
is the
to-
people that they're defending.
that goes to say, like, they are different, like we as Americans, we like to view everybody, we're all equal, which we are in the eyes of God or whatever. But like, these are different cultures that you're dealing with, bro, and like their regard to life and their insensitivities, because they are coming from such a rough background. Like, salute to them for being alive today, because
Right.
they are from a very weird position in life, violence, health issues and stuff like that. There's no food inspectors out there, I'm sure, like the way
Poverty,
we have
yeah.
here. Poverty, everything, lack of education. So, it is sad, but yeah, they're coming from such an aggressive culture and shit like that. Like, you remember when that Brazilian dude was on the run last year for like 2 months or 6 weeks or something like that? He was in the woods, bro, surviving. This was last year. And
I remember vaguely, but I don't remember him specifically being Brazilian.
this guy somehow got out of the county jail or whatever, and he was already wanted for murder. Like, that was why he was there. He murdered his girlfriend, and then this fool was on the run for like 6 weeks in the woods, bro. Like, 4 weeks. He was out there for a while, bro. But yeah, like, these people are highly motivated to be able to do different things that it's just not our. We're over here, we're desk pushers. We think it's a hard day at work by being on the computer or whatever. Like, them boys would literally kill for that.
Yeah,
So,
Right.
for sure, bro.
Yeah, man. So
And I mean, dude, like, see, this is one of the hardest part about some of the immigrants that come from South America, bro. Have you ever heard of the Darien Gap?
nah.
So, dude, it's a part in, I guess, let me see where that is.
Panama.
Colombia and Panama, right?
Okay.
It's all jungle, bro. But it's like rough terrain. Like, you gotta climb, go up and down water, cliffs, whatever. But,
Pythons and
yeah,
alligators.
exactly. And, yeah, don't even. That's not including the animals,
Yeah.
the bugs. But during it all, there's people that are like, was it prayer,
Praying?
on people, and like they like rape women, they rape children, bro. They kill them. These people, like, you see, look at that one, like the long strip. these people like encounter dead bodies through it, you know what I'm saying? But some of these people come all the way from there to the United States, you know? And I mean, I get it. They're escaping, you know, what is it, in Venezuela? Like, that shit got really bad, you know? Yeah. But, you know, like, I don't know, because it's like they have the same issue in Mexico. You know, Mexico don't want them. Mexico talking shit, but we don't see that. We don't cover that. You know, we don't stand up for these people. Like
we don't cover Mexico's deportations.
Right,
exactly.
And they throw around, dude. Like, and it's like, dude, you can't fly another country's flag in Mexico, bro. They take that shit serious.
Yeah.
And over here, you burning the flag. You know, like, but even that, it's still soft, bro. America's still a little soft on you.
Very soft.
You know,
because of freedom. Freedom's raw, bro. Like, you have the right here to say fuck America.
Yeah. You can't do that in Germany or fucking
no,
Europe.
Russia.
You know
like try that in China.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, man.
African countries. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's a sensitive touch. It's a sensitive subject to touch on. You know, but if you don't have the critical power to think rationally, it's gonna throw you off. You know, and it's gonna steer you the wrong way.
So I think the thing is find a strong person in your circle who actually cares about you and the world and you know, like take out the emotion a little bit and then just bring in some logic, some facts. And you might still be wrong, but at least you're trying to find a North Star instead of going through emotion. Right. And
or be in the middle, like we always talk about, that gray area.
Yeah, that's where we try to be.
You know,
you know, that's where we're at, and that's I want to be that unk. I want to be that homie that, you know, like, let me go talk to Bird. You know, let me see what he thinks about this, because I'm not gonna use emotion first. Like all those times I've been called wetback, I didn't get mad.
Yeah,
I just said, this fool called me wetback because he wants to be a better artist than me, and he's not a tattoo artist, and so to try to take me down, he called me a racial slur. Why would I get to his level?
He won, dude.
Right. Why would I get to this level? I'm above you, bro, because you're not there spiritually.
But he placed himself there. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
But why would I bring myself down there?
Exactly.
And that's what these people are doing. Instead of saying, oh, he's being racist and like, oh yes, I'm gonna fight that fight now. They're not saying, well, why are we doing this? You know, if you invite someone into your home and say, hey, you know what, Pablo, I know you're doing bad right now. Come stay with me. I'm gonna help you out. You know, don't worry about bills. Like, just come eat with us, and you know, once you get back on your feet, you know, then you know we'll help you get to your.
And that's constructive. That's
right.
what builds.
But
that's
if you go, hey, I'm inviting 4 more people, and make sure I have eggs and bacon every morning. I'm gonna be like, bro, no. Like, what are you talking about? And this is what these people are doing right now, and they're not realizing, like, hey, let's just take a step back and see what this country is and what it's trying to do, and say, okay, you have a process to get in. Let's slow it down and try to do that the way you're asking me to do it. Mm-hmm. And then that's the logic again. Yeah. That's just
in finding what works, you know, because communication is the key to everything, right? Because it's like if you come into a argument or a conversation already sensitive or already delicate on a subject, there's not going to be a proper
medium.
What do you call transfer?
Like translation.
Yeah. You know, it's gonna be all like
my side's
static.
right.
Yeah, exactly, and that's dangerous. You know, because it's like, man, like I get it, dude. It is. There is reason to be emotional about this, dude. But the fact is that facts are facts. Yeah. And there's other things going on, dude. Like for me, my battle is against these people who are sex trafficking or just trafficking children, bro, like by the hundreds of thousands, you know, and like the adrenochrome, that's a whole other story. Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Adrenochrome, no?
You never heard of that?
I've never heard of that. What is that?
Well, basically, and we can see if this is scientifically provable, but basically adrenochrome is created when, this is like Monsters, Inc. You know how in Monsters, Inc., they created power and energy through their city by scaring kids.
Correct.
And it,
that's right.
And it went up. So adrenochrome is the actual, what happens, there's like when you get excited and your body produces endorphins. And, but in adrenochrome, I forgot what it produces, but it's that fear gets into your bloodstream, and they say that, you know, that's when they kill these kids and went through that fear moment, and they drink the blood or they use that blood that has those genomes in it.
Yeah. So have you ever seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? No.
No.
So it's a story. It's a movie based on a real event. It was like this writer, and he was covering, or he was a journalist, and he was covering like these races in the desert.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I've seen it.
Yeah, have you seen it?
It's been a while.
Crazy. So
it's a good movie.
It's with Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro.
What's it called?
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
But isn't that about that like Carlos Letter or something like that?
Maybe. He was like a writer or something.
Or like I thought it was like a drug movie or something like that.
Yeah,
it is,
they fucking drugged up in that movie.
So he's like, they're like fueled by drugs, right? So let's see, exploring. So look, Hunter Thompson's. So
And what did they do that in the movie?
Yeah, so he has adrenochrome, right?
Yeah.
And he keeps saying like, "What the hell are you taking?" So he has it like in his jar, and he keeps taking little drops. And then he's like, that comes from adrenaline glands. You know, it's like there's only one way to get it.
Yeah.
And they don't really say it, but
That's
you
right.
know it's by killing somebody, right?
sure.
So then the dude tells him, yeah, she was 16 and she was like scared shitless or something.
Oh shit.
It's fucked up.
See, I didn't even realize that
in the
happened
movie. It was in
yeah.
the movie, dude. But the thing is that there was this one dude in Mexico. He was like a brujo, right? Like he was like a shaman type thing that would do stuff for like the cartel and shit, right?
Yeah.
And he said that he had this one guy come and let me see if I can find him. But he had this one guy come and tell him like, hey, I want his power. Like I want to drink, like, you know. And he said that like he didn't even want money. Usually you wanted like as a sacrifice to like get something in return. But this guy just wanted like pure like obsession over like power and like, you know, kind of like just to control or like to absorb his soul basically, you know.
That's
Let me
crazy.
see.
Yeah, and adrenochrome is one of those things where like it sounds fiction, right?
Yeah.
Like you harvest someone's blood through a fear and death, and they drink the blood or whatever. Like that would never happen. Like, but what if we noticed in history where there was natives, even like in Indiana Jones, like they're sacrificing people, drinking the blood. The Mayans, the Aztecs. I'm sorry, the Aztecs, not the Mayans. So it's been historically proven.
Yeah.
Even in now, there's cannibals in Africa that'll still fucking eat you and drink your blood, and they feel like they get that power from that act. Like, who's to say that there's not civilized people who still, you know, go to work every day, you know, who text people every day, who send memes on the back end, aren't killing people, you know, and drinking their blood, just like I go to church every once in a while.
When I can.
and still go and you know I do my faith. Like who's to say that people don't do that on the dark side?
Yeah.
And like that doesn't exist. Like,
Oh no, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background, man. That, you know, we have no idea. I mean, that's.
but it doesn't make you worried, but it does make you like, you have to start to think about that at some point and say, okay, maybe some of these things these people are telling us, maybe they do that on the weekends.
Yeah.
And maybe they're just trying to put it out there subtly to kind of like, you know what, this is what we believe in.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just start putting in just the same way as people hate Christians. Like, oh, you're always talking about God and Jesus and stuff. Like, shut up already. Like how they killed Tim Tebow's career because he just wanted to talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, what's to say there's not the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't find it, man.
It kind of keeps me up at night because, you know, we got kids, or I got kids, you got kids. And to know that this stuff is in movies or is in subtle, you know, culture.
Yeah.
Like, what are we supposed to do?
You could look up like Marina Abramovich. I know that she's like a spirit cooker. She's with like Jay-Z. She's weird, bro. And you know, she's actually the ambassador for like children in Ukraine now. She's just got a political position. You can look her up. Yeah. She just got a political position with the U.S. with like Ukraine or something like that for
Marina what?
Abramovich, just like that. Yeah.
And who? And what?
I don't know what all that is. Just Google her name and then type in Ukraine. Yeah. See what position she holds.
It came right up.
Yeah, she holds some sort of position.
This chick?
Solidarity. Try to find her government. Well, I guess we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got some sort of government position recently though.
So let me see.
But she's like a known Satanist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she's an artist. There's pictures of her like dancing with all these artists and Jay-Z and like filling on his face.
Taylor Swift. Cutting like human stuff up, like it'll look just like a person, and they're in there cutting a cake. It's a cake though, but it looks just like a person. Just weird shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Bro, there's videos of Hollywood parties during the daytime, and
Take out the Ukraine.
and there's actresses like in a bathtub, like they killed themselves, but it's like art, quote unquote. But it's in the fucking day party in the Hollywood elite circles. It's just like,
Yeah.
we're not on the same page.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen all that stuff, bro, because it's like, the thing is that, like, I can't remember where I saw this guy, dude, but he was a Mexican, like, I don't know if he was a shaman. What else can you call it? Like a brujerio, like a brujo, you know?
Yeah.
Brujo, yeah.
But, like, he would cast the spells for, like, you know, like, because you know how sometimes they protect them with like, spells and I don't know what else you call them. But he was talking about, like, this kid, this guy wanted to scare the shit out of this kid and, you know, unalive him and drink his blood, dude, full of adrenaline. Right, but then in the UK, somebody was talking about the same shit. So apparently this is like a thing, and this is how you stay young, and like they show celebrities kind of like aging, and then like 5 years later they're like look like they're back in their 20s and stuff, bro. It's crazy, dude.
Well, there's stuff with Sandra Bullock on The View, talking about how she keeps her skin so fresh, and she talks about the product she uses has fetal. I don't know, is it a cord or the amniotic fluids in it?
Yeah.
There's that one where Steve Harvey puts it on, and then he's like, "Well, what's in this?" And they tell him
It's like foreskin.
it's like foreskin from a baby, and he's like pissed. He's like, "What the fuck did you just put on my face?"
Yeah.
Just because we're in modern times, it's funny that people think that we can't still be doing old school shit. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that what if these are the secrets that they want us far from? You know, like they want to modernize the world to make it think like we're advancing with technology, but really these are the things that work. You know, because like ancient like alien.
What do you
technology,
mean when you say things that work, like drinking kids' blood?
Yeah, or like what works for them, what works for them, you know, or like secrets that they keep that they hold for like just stuff that they use. Obviously, like there's light and dark, right? I mean, because nobody, I would never want to drink no kids' blood.
Yeah, I just had to correct
Asian.
that or just speak on that.
No, things that work for them, like or like things that keep them.
Well, it would probably work
like
for
that.
anybody. Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
But is that the right thing to do?
No,
is that what God
absolutely
wants
not.
or the Creator wants?
Yeah, because it's like, is that a thing from the fallen angels? You know, like how do they know? You know, like these things have to get passed down. You know, so it's like
because I don't think that's natural to.
No, yeah. But also to like scare them to the point of that.